I'm Jessy Tolkan, and I'm the Executive Director of the Energy Action Coalition. And I'm here with hundreds of young people from the United States and thousands of young people from around the world fighting for a fair, ambitious, and binding global climate deal.
I know that last night a number of youth leaders met with the lead U.S. negotiators, and I know today you had a meeting with Al Gore and others. I wonder where you see things as being now in terms of negotiations, and what are your feelings about the summit so far?
I mean, most simply put, the current state of play with the negotiations make me incredibly concerned. And the young people that had the opportunity to meet with Todd Stern and Jonathan Pershing, and then the colleagues that I spent time with meeting with Al Gore this morning, all of that information has kind of conveyed the same point, which is that the United States has just not put on the table what we need to put on the table to not only satisfy the interests of so many nations that are here at the negotiations, but satisfy the interests of the planet. Simply put, the United States has not put aggressive enough targets on the ground, on the table. They're tricking everybody and saying they put 17 to 20% targets out there. That's based on a 2005 base level. That means we're really talking about 4% in emissions reductions. We haven't gone to bat on the financing, and then I happen to believe that's one of the places where we have the opportunity to push this administration the furthest. We have a long way to go, and it's been a tiring couple of years for so many of us in civil society who have been fighting this fight day in and day out and mobilizing on the ground in our communities in the United States and around the world, and it's hard to swallow to come here and see just how far the United States still is from where we need to be. I'm hopeful that in these next 3 to 4 days, we will see from this administration a president who is willing to dig deep and show us all that extraordinary leadership that he campaigned on during the historic 2008 election, that he will be willing to look above and beyond the political divisions that face him at home, and he'll recognize that the citizens of countries around the world really are depending on him for a degree of extraordinary leadership to be able to go as far as we need to get the deal to make these negotiations a success.
What does Obama need to do exactly?
I think first and foremost, Obama and the administration need to be willing to put a long-term financing package on the table. In a matter of weeks, we were able to find, hundreds of billions of dollars to save the financial industry. This is a country that finds a way to spend trillions of dollars in never-ending wars. Certainly, we can find the funds to put on the table to commit to ensuring that there's at minimum $200 billion a year in global financing on the table to help transition the world's economies to a clean energy economy. I think that is one of the most significant things he could do. Second, and some would call me a dreamer for saying this, is I think Barack Obama needs to wake up and be true to the fact that he has been talking about restoring science to this administration. Restoring science to this administration means not forwarding a policy based on 450 parts per million as a safe level of carbon in the atmosphere. We know it's 350. We know that a global deal of 2 degrees is a death sentence for millions of people across the globe. It has to be a 1.5 degrees Celsius plan. And I think Barack Obama knows that. I believe in the power of this president to lead in a way that the United States of America has never seen. And I just want him to remember that the generation of people that put him in office will not let him go on this one. We will be there. We will fight it every step of the way until he rises to be the leader we know he can be.
Great. Thank you so much.